Everybody, it's your girl Stylist Raven. Thanks for watching my channel today. So as promised, I'm trying to bring you guys a few hair videos or things in relation to hair, makeup, or beauty. Okay, so I don't know if other YouTubers have done this or not, but I'm going to do my salon alphabets with you guys, and you can use it whether it's in your business or if you're a salon person or a hairstylist just trying to get out, or even if you're not and you're just a client. So it's going to go for home or business. Okay, so this is going to be a very fun video, so let's go. Okay, so very first thing, Altoids. Not just to keep your breath fresh, but when you're doing a person's hair, you always want to think about your client. You don't want that person sitting down and they can hear you smacking on gum or chewing candy or something where your mouth salivates and things like this. So if you put in a mint, this is the best thing because it's really small. It's not going to fall out on your client, you know, or you're not going to chew it. Mints are kind of meant to suck on. So that's, you know, one of my A things. My second A thing, argan oil. Oh my God, this works on all hair types, no matter your ethnicity. It's good for all hair types. You can do hot oil treatments with this. You can actually do this prior to a thermal style, or you can put it on wet hair just to kind of, you know, give the hair that energy that it needs back to, you know, do different things like that. Most importantly, under my A thing, your appointment book. You cannot book clients if you don't have an appointment book, even if you're not a licensed cosmetologist or whatever. If you are trying to make money, or even if you're doing it just to do it, you definitely need this. This is going to help you stay on track, as well as give you an insight to where you can start sending out email blasts and different things like this to clients and bring them back. Okay. And just in case you guys didn't notice, I have an Altoid in right now. Okay. So our next thing is the letter B. So I have my Barbicide. I have some in a spray bottle because what I do is after I use certain tools or things, I may spray it down, let it sit a couple of seconds, and then wipe it down. Very important, business cards. Regardless of what it is, if you do more than one thing, have your business cards there. Always let clients leave with a business card. Reason being is because they can keep it for themselves. They can have your information to refer to other people. And on top of that, they can even take 2 or 3 cards and then they can pass them out as references. This is a good way to still do word of mouth and still get in business under B. Okay, a lot of people don't know about this. This is a brush cleaner. Ta-da! Instead of taking your combs and scraping through your brush, this is what it's for. It cleans your brushes. It cleans the bristles on the brush, and it gets them thoroughly clean. So that way, after you clean it, you can use it on your next person. Or like I said, you can even use that at home for your children. You know, combing little girls' hair. A lot of times we use grease and all kind of other things in there, and that stuff builds up in the brush. And you may go throw it in hot water, or you're standing there all day with a comb, or you just go out and buy a new brush. Invest in this, and it cleans all your brushes for you. All the time, much easier. And last, my favorite thing under B, my Banaka shears. Okay, I'm going to actually pull them out. You really have to be careful with these. They will cut extremely well. I mean, these are the best shears you could actually get right now. Send them off if you need them to be sharpened. They don't have to be sharpened that well. And I mean, these cut. Now, I would not use these in, you know, fake hair. If you're going to use them on hair extensions, make sure it's like extra virgin Remy hair. Not the stuff you buy in the stores that's wrapped in silicone and stuff like that. Like the true virgin Remy hair, like that I sell that comes from India or somewhere, or it's donated or whatever. But I love my shears. I would never buy a different brand, and I'll actually spell that out for you guys. B-O-N-I-K-A. And they are rather expensive because they are for professionals. And I think you do have to have a license to get them. I don't know. You guys have to kind of check to see. But if you go to their website, all the information's on there. And I paid maybe about $3.99 for these. $399, that is. Okay. But when I say they're worth every penny, gives you flawless haircuts and things like this, very, very good investment. So moving on to the letter C. Okay, C22 solvent. Guys, I cannot tell you, it does also clean the scalp. Well, let me just read it to you. It says, great cleaner for scalp and hair systems, fast acting on most tapes and soft bonds, gentle on skin, rinses off with soap and water. And I can attest that all these things are true. If you've never used C22 and you're still using the 30-second bond glue thing, let it go. C22 used to be available only to hairstylists, but you can actually purchase it over the counter. It will clean your lace wigs. I'm sorry, guys, something is itching me right there. Anyway, it'll clean your lace wigs. It'll clean your units. If you're doing skin wefting, if you're doing hair fusion, this, you spray it on, and I mean, it literally comes off. You're going to smell the lemon in it. But like I said, it cleanses the scalp as well, and it's very fast acting. So it's a very, very, very good thing to have. Also under C, you need to be able to keep up with what you're doing on your clients. So as you see, it says client data profile organizer. Anytime you do a color, any type of chemical, relaxer, color, if you do a haircut, whatever it is you do on your client, you need to keep track of it. Not up here, but on paper and pen. That way, the next time they come in, if something's different, then you know, hey, you dyed your hair black. I dyed your hair red. Okay, I don't know what level you took that to, but if you come in then and you want a hair color, I have some type of system to say, okay, I know this client put black on her hair. I had her blonde. I'm going to have to lift her to this to get that out. So you always want to keep track. If you did a haircut, and what if your client asks you 4 or 5 months later, well, how fast do you think my hair is growing? Well, you can look at the difference. You can keep up with it. You can know if you measured it or anything like that, how long it was and how many inches it is now. Moving on. A C comb. Most people call these a bob comb. Hairstylists, we call them a C comb. This gives you an crazy sick haircut, especially with a bob. You hold the comb in there, it's going to pull the hair where it needs to be pulled to, whatever degree, and it's also going to give you a flawless cut. All you're going to do is follow along the curve of the comb, and I mean, it naturally lifts the hair and basically shapes that haircut for you, and it saves time on your haircuts. That's the most important thing. It gives you a perfect, flawless haircut and saves time on your haircut. That way you can move on to your next client, and you know, that client, you don't have to do all the cross-checking and things like that, because she's done. She or he is done, and they're ready to go. La, 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 la. Oh, yes, D, a duster. You do those haircuts, you need to get that hair off of your client. Even though you should have on a cutting cape, get you a duster. Dust her off. She's good to go. Okay, so this is another great product under E, the Eco Styler Gel. I keep the really big one here in the salon. It's good for certain hairstyles that you do. Even though I love, love, love Talia Wajid's Lock It Up Gel, because it's also alcohol free, but it does not flake, and it keeps the hair somewhat soft, and it still holds. Eco Styler Gel, it can get a bit firm at times, just depending on how much you use and the hairstyle that you're using it for. So even though the Lock It Up may fall under L because of its initial, I'm going to stick those both there. Okay, guys, this hair dryer is definitely, it definitely costs a pretty penny. But once again, it's worth the investment. It's the FHI Heat, and I'm going to get as close as I can so you guys can see. The Nano Salon Pro 2000. There are tons of dryers under FHI Heat, but what I like about them, they don't dry out your hair. They don't burn out your hair. They cut drying time in half. So if you have somebody that comes in with very thick hair, I mean, and you think it's going to take all day to blow dry them out because you may be doing a silk press or just a regular hair straightening or whatever, this is going to take you down from an hour to 30 minutes or 30 minutes to 15 minutes, whatever the case. It's worth it. Go online, fhiheat.com, I think, and you can purchase all of their products. They sell curling irons, flat irons, blow dryers, everything. Also, another good thing, sorry guys, I don't know why my face is extra itchy. So, the Firm Style by Paul Mitchell looks like Elmer's school glue, but it is not. If you guys are trying to create those spikes and all those type looks, this works on all hair types as well, and very little. If you put too much, I mean, it's instantly gonna spike up on you. So you have to kind of know how to use it. That's another great hair product for you guys for the salon. Okay, so next we have G. I have 3 different things for G. 1, guards. This is very important because a lot of times as hairstylists or people in the hair profession, you get so comfortable cutting, you learn to cut without your clipper guards, which that's fine. But you should always put them on just in case. And the reason I say that is because if the client moves, or if it's a younger client, like a little boy maybe coming to get a haircut or something like that, a lot of times people fall asleep in your chair. You know, when you touch the hair, you relax the soul. So if that person nods their head or whatever, it's a good thing if you have your guards on. And sometimes, especially if you're just starting out and you are more of a visual person, it's just a safe scapegoat to keep yourself, a safe go, I'm sorry guys, to keep yourself on track, making sure that you're always giving a top precision cut. That's always what you want to do. My next thing under G is going to be this glue gun. This is awesome for fusion hairstyles, especially if you're doing it and you're just putting it on bulk hair, meaning loose hair, and adhering it to the hair. You rub this on there, put it in there, and go. You can also use the pellets, or, but with this you would use the glue stick, and I have one in there if you guys can actually see it. See? And last and most importantly under G, I'm going to say goals. Now, I took this out of my own personal thing just to kind of show to you guys. So I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I've wrote it all down on paper. One sheet of paper that I've been having since I pretty much opened my salon. And on there, it pretty much shows how many clients a day, whether it's shampoos or, just simple styles, or even under my weaving styles, how many I would have to do each day in order to make 6 figures, like 100,000, or even if you wanted to make 70, 80,000, so just depending on your goal, what you guys charge for your prices, put it to pen and paper, and then multiply it by, okay, I would need 5 clients on Tuesday, 5 on Wednesday, 10 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in order to make a 6-figure salary, charging just this. Now, that's not including if you were to do a sew-in or something else that's more time-consuming and more, it costs more. See what I'm saying? So this is just basically like if you're doing shampoo and styles, things like that. So it's really good, guys, to have a goal sheet and you have that down, because it puts you in a different mindset so that when you're doing clients, you're not just doing people. You actually have a plan, and you can actually build a brand and leave a legacy for yourself, okay? Next thing I have is my Hold Me Tight. I love this hairspray. It's a Paul Mitchell hairspray. You can use it on all hair types, and it holds. So you don't need pump it up and all this other stuff like this. It gives you a nice firm hold, but keeps the hair soft and flowing. And these days, everybody wants soft and flowy hair. Nobody really wants the really stiff, you walk in a room and everybody smells the pump it up type hairstyle. No offense if you're still using it, because there are some hairstyles that do require it, but you can diffuse it a bit by adding a little water to it before you actually spray it on. So that way when your client walks in somewhere, they're not smelling like pump it up. Okay? Say cheese. Okay, so it's a lot of light in here, but I did click it, guys. I know I said but guess what I'm doing this for? Instagram is all about photos. Make sure that you have your work on camera. This way you can show it to clients. But if you also put yourself on social media, clients actually, you know, that pound key number sign that works. I'm telling you guys, it works miracles. Put yourself on Instagram and pound away. Okay, so this is J, and I'm going to also say K because I'm going to put them together. First on my J list is Janelle Beauty. The Version Coconut Hair Serum. This works very well with the Diva Smooth hair system, which I was the first person in Texas to actually have that and train other salon artists on it. If you guys haven't seen my video on Diva Smooth, go through my in my beauty and makeup playlist, and it's in there. And if you follow me on Instagram at Stylist Raven, you'll also see some of my Diva Smooth stuff there. Now, I said J and K together because I'm going to say joyful and kind. Always have a joyful spirit, especially when you have people coming into your place of business. You always want to make them feel welcome. Kind, because you always want to let them know they are truly appreciated. They come back, they bring other people back, and then your name is out there in a good, positive way versus a negative way. All right, so I pulled these out of my needing to be clean area. These are Looper brushes, L-O-O-P-E-R, Looper, or Looper, however you want to say it. Most people say Looper. This is for brushing through hair weaves. You got it. A lot of people don't know that, and they get paddle brushes. The difference is this one has little looped edges, so it won't catch the tracks. If they have fusion in their hair, it won't catch the fusion. It won't snag, and it just gives you a longer install. And like I said, this can be used business or home, ladies. If you don't have it, go out and get you one. They sell them at Sally's. They sell them almost at any beauty supply store, and they're very inexpensive. I mean, you're talking like under $5, okay? May sound funny, but lotion. As hairstylists, we constantly have our hands under lotion, shampooing hair, doing things like this. This is going to give you, keep your hands smooth, keep it to where you can work and you're not looking ashy. You never want your hands to be super, super dry when you're doing hair. You want to be able to feel the hair and everything like that. A few things under M, like hair magazines. You definitely want to have these to keep yourself up with the latest trends and styles, but also to have for your clients. Take note. I have tons and tons and tons of hair magazines for my clients, okay? Next thing under M, measuring tape. And I'm going to tell you why this is important. You should never really give pricing over the phone. I don't do pricing over the phone, because a lot of times when you have people that are calling in and they want to know your prices, they're comparing prices. You don't base yourself based on what other stylists are worth. You base yourself on what it is that you're providing for your client, whatever that service is. So with that being said, when they come in for a consultation and they're wanting a weave or they're wanting braiding work, if that hair is past 7 inches that you're going to actually have to braid, especially if you're doing proper techniques and you're doing the correct way to braid. A lot of people do micro braids and it's just braided here, but it's supposed to be braided down past your hair, and then that hair is left hanging. If you're doing things like individuals or things like this and their hair is already past 7 inches, every inch past that 7 inches is going to be at least an hour to an hour and a half more to your total braiding time per whatever job it is you're doing. So there's a huge importance in measuring their hair. That way you can base your price on the right pay scale to where you're not doing a whole bunch of work and not getting paid. You should always be making at minimum $25 an hour, depending on what it is. So if it takes you 5 hours to braid something, there you go, 5 times 25. That's what you should be charging. Also, people who are ordering lace wigs, full lace wigs or whatever, that is meant to be undetectable, I'm sorry guys, and to look seamless. So when you do these things like this, you get them a custom fit wig, and that's something you can provide to them that the hair store does not provide to them, because everything is taken in and then they expect you to sew it and all this other junk, and I don't do all of that. I custom fit all of my wigs to fit to my client's head. That way it's for them and them only. Microlinks. You use these when you're doing different types of integrated styles. And melting pot, again, for fusion, hair fusion, things like that. Okay. Okay, and I know that I'm talking and explaining to you guys as I'm doing the video, but I missed you guys, so you got to forgive me. So we're doing N. So I use the OPI nail polish in my salon. So if you do nails or anything like that, that's like the top of the line polish to use. Nylon thread. I do not like using the regular wefting thread. This is better for the hair. And also your nail kits. Inside of this thing, I have almost everything from my rosewood sticks to things for the cuticle, whatever. They're all in here, and I keep them in here because it keeps them sanitized, and I sanitize them and throw out what needs to be thrown out and repurchase new things. Especially if you're doing nails, you should have nail magazines. I have one in here somewhere, but you guys get the point. Under oil lightener. I know I said that kind of slow. Oil lightener. Very, very, very good. This goes in with your highlights and things like this. You put it in, you mix it in with your bleach or your cream or whatever it is. Works wonders, especially when you're trying to go like bleach blonde or things like that. Here we go. Oil for your hair. This one's coconut oil, but you can use almond, carrot, coconut, jojoba, you know, whatever, grapeseed oil, whatever it is. It does not have to just be for natural clients. You can do many things with these beauty treatments or hair treatments with these various oils. Okay. Also your ovals, your Swispers, the ovals. These are makeup remover pads, and it does a full face of makeup, whether it's heavy makeup or not. You take one side, you clean everything down. You take the other side, and you dry everything down. Saves you a lot of time and money, and it's all under $1. Okay, so this is another one of my faves, my Perfect Edges. I use this in the salon, and I also use it on my children. Perfect Edges. It slicks edges down. It's not really hard. Keeps that hair soft. You can use it daily or, you know, whatever. But guys, if you don't know about it, go get it. I'm sure you all already do, right? Duh. Okay, so a few things under S really quick, like skin wefting tape. I'm almost out of this one. I have to get some more. It's a medical tape, and I actually got into doing the Remy hair based off of clients who were sickly, either battling cancer or burn victims who had lost all their hair, things like this, and they wanted customized units. So I'm so thankful that the celebrity stylist that I was actually working with at the time gave me her reference, and I go directly to that person to purchase hair. It's no middleman with me. I go directly there, and my hair comes from where I say it comes from. So if I'm telling you you're getting Indian, Malaysian, or Brazilian, that's where it's coming from. But the skin wefting tape, if you're doing different things, whether it's a lace wig application or your skin wefting where you're putting tracks in using tape, medical tape, this is not hard on the hair. It does not damage the hair, and there's a proper technique in the way to using this. Once I get more, I may even do a tutorial on YouTube for you guys to see. Also under my S's, I love my Simply Smooth. Oh my God, this is a finishing gloss. Smells so good. Keeps your hair very naturally shiny, not overly shiny like the pink hair gloss and stuff like that. Sea Breeze, it's an astringent. Guys, works miracles. Get it. It cleans all that icky, gicky stuff off, or, you know, whatever. So you get it. Most importantly, you have to get paid. I put this one in the packaging because I get so many things from them. It's the square root thing. So if you don't have a credit card machine, this is the best way to go. You get paid like the next day, you get your money, and they only charge a small percent of what it is you make, depending on how much is coming in. If you're getting paid $300 something, it tells you the percentage, but the percentage never changes. It's just depending on what it is you're swiping, and it automatically does your income taxes for you. They mail you out a thing for your income tax at the end of the year, so that way you're doing everything what? Legally. Very important. And last but not least on my S's, my Super Skinny Serum by Paul Mitchell. Oh my God, this is awesome on pressing the hair or straightening the hair, blow drying the hair, things like that. Great heat protectant. Okay, now if you're a lady who is gluing on your lace wigs, my best advice is to stop. That's all I'm going to say about that. But if you don't want to stop, there's a great product called Topsol. And it's an adhesive solvent, and it removes all that stuff off of your lace wig and everything. I prefer the C22, but this is specially designed for full lace and lace wig applications. Also under T, because that's under T, my Tantra stick. Oh my God, it's a lavender vegetable based stick. And I'll show you guys. See? Slicks down edges. If you're trying to get those humps and stuff in your hair, like you see the people having, you can put a little bit on there and flat iron it. If you're doing a look and you want a sleek look where the hair is actually hanging down and your edges are laid, that's how you get it, okay? You just put a little bit on, you run that flat iron over it, and I mean, done. Okay, so for you, I'm going to say under the dryer. I know dryer starts with D, but I'm saying under the dryer because that's what I want to do. So here's one of my hair dryers. Cuts drying time in half, and it circulates from the top. Opens up, goes down, circulates from the top. Okay, cuts drying time in half. So, I mean, it's just a great thing, right? But if you're going under the dryer, you always want something that's going to be not too hot on your hair, and the temperatures vary. That way you get a thorough drying process. So for V, I'm going to say be vibrant, especially if you're a vendor, meaning you do hair shows like myself, or you do seminars like myself, or whatever it is, be vibrant. You always want to give off that personality to the people that are coming up to your booth. You want them to buy. You want to educate them. If you're doing a seminar or if you're doing training or whatever it is, you always have to be upbeat. This way, when they come in, they're alert and they're listening and you're not monotone. So that's my V, vibrant and vendor. Those two coincide. Hey guys, on accident, I skipped Q, so I have to reverse really quick. So although we were on V, I skipped Q. Here you go. Quick drying nail polish and the quick dry nail spray. All right, going back to, we were on V, going back to W. Actually, we're going back to Aura because I skipped Q and R. So for Aura, I'm sorry guys. So for Aura, I had the Root Lifter by Matrix. Oh my God, guys, if you're wanting those looks, like how when Beyonce had her hair way up and then it was in the sleek ponytail, this right here, this is all you need. You don't need to go and buy anything else. This is all you need. The Matrix, the Wonder Boost Root Lifter. Pantene also has a very good one as well. It's going to say Root Lifter, I think, and it's for Pantene. Now we're on W, okay? So simply, W is two things. A whisk. This is how you're going to stir all of your colors properly. Anything you need to mix, make sure that it's coming out properly mixed thoroughly. And water, whether you're encouraging your clients to drink it, you're drinking it so you're not getting dehydrated, or you're using it to spray in their hair or to shampoo their hair. Water is a big part of everything that I do as a cosmetologist. I couldn't do anything without it, especially when people come in and their hair is really dirty or whatever, you know, or they're not drinking enough and their hair is really brittle and dry. I mean, you encourage them to drink water. You'd be surprised how many women come in and their skin is not where it needs to be, or their hair is not where it needs to be, and it's all from lack of water. And why? You only live once, guys. Okay? That's what I'm going to do for why. You only live once. If you are wanting a salon, or you're wanting to open your own business, or whatever it is, whatever your dream is, go after it. Don't say, well, I don't have the money, I can't do this. Start small and get there. Brand yourself. Get a goal sheet. All those things. You only live once. You only have one time to you know, really go for what it is you want to go. And if you have to be quiet about what it is you want to do, be quiet, because other people can't always accept your vision or your dream. Everybody, God gave it to you for a reason. He gave it to you for a reason, and that reason is because it's your, that's your thing, that's your accomplishment. Other people may not understand it, but I guarantee you this: when you're branding yourself and you're up there, then everybody will want to be on your bandwagon. Never fails, trust me. And Z, I couldn't think of anything for Z, so I'm gonna make up my own thing for Z and say Z end. French, no, maybe my joke was a little lame. I don't know. Anyway, so those are my salon alphabets. Guys, I'm telling you, those things work in the salon for me daily, and I hope that I could help you guys. And if you're doing your own hair, now you know things to look for, or things to ask your stylist about, or things to pay attention to. So anyway, guys, be sure that you like, comment, share, or subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, bye, my gems.